I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. First off, I want to take this opportunity to thank a lot of you for sending your congratulations to myself and my wife and our entire family. This past weekend, our youngest son, Josh, married his longtime girlfriend, so we gained a daughter, and it was just a great weekend for all of us. And speaking of great, you talk about the weather. The weather was fantastic around the area, and that allowed a lot of people to get out in the lakes and have quite a bit of luck as far as fishing is concerned across the area. Some of the lakes that produce walleyes up in the northeastern part of the state include Bitter, Waubay, Indian Springs, and a lot of them being caught in the shallows there, as well as Enemy Swim, Big Stone, Pickerel, as well as Roy. Then down in the southeastern part of the state, those lakes continue to be Sinai, Dry Lake by Willow Lake, Ponset, Thompson, also 81 Ponds, Oakwood, Diamond, and Beaver, especially in the late afternoon and evening hours, and then also Island and Vermilion. Now, what have guys been doing to catch those walleyes out there? A lot of people are pulling crankbaits right now. A lot of guys are using Hornets, Rapala Shad Dancers, as well as the original Shad Wraps from Rapala. And then also some guys that are having some luck casting X-Wraps into the shallows, as well as plastics, especially the Storm 360 swim baits. So keep that in mind. And then also guys are pulling bottom bouncers with spinners, using crawlers, or even using the slow death rig. So those presentations have been working the best to catch the walleye across the area this past weekend. And then as far as the panfish bite is concerned, the perch bite is really starting to take off now. Lakes like Dry, Big Stone, Indian Springs, Oakwood, Ponset, Sinai, Island, as well as Beaver are all producing perch, and there's many lakes that are changing day by day that are starting to really produce perch across the area. And then as far as the crappie bite is concerned, Thompson, Pickerel, Ponset, and Sinai, depending on the day, you have some luck out there one day, and the next day it's not so much, so keep that in mind. But definitely the perch bite is taking off. That's the big story this past week. And what guys have been doing to catch the perch around the area, a lot of pilkies or halies, drop chain jigs. Also the shiny hiney, and I've talked about it last week. That continues to do well. Also any other type of small ice fishing jig will also work. And as far as bait is concerned, small minnows, waxworms, or maggots are the three things that guys are really using out there, and we have plenty on hand here at the store. In this week's version of Todd's Tackle Tips, I want to talk to you about what to do when live leech season is over with, which is now upon us. We may still have a few leeches left this week, but it is fast coming to an end. And what I want to mainly think about and to talk about is the use of artificial leeches. A lot of people still think of an artificial leech as that chunk of plastic that you use if you have nothing else in your tackle box. Well, folks, things have changed dramatically. There's new leeches out there that are just as lifelike, if you can believe it, as a real leech. We're talking about the gulp leeches, and also the leeches from Northland, the impulse leeches, that they work really well. They have a lifelike appearance to them, and they don't get hard as a lot of the older style leeches used to do. So don't be afraid when you're out there trolling with bottom bouncers and spinners to use that artificial leech, because obviously it needs to be moving. It's not going to create its own movement out by itself. And so when you're using spinners, in one hook spinner, even a two hook spinner if you so choose, don't be afraid to use that artificial leech. And like I said, we have plenty of them on hand from Gulp, and then also the impulse leech from Northland Tackle. If you have any questions about them, don't hesitate to give us a call, and we'll be more than happy to talk to you about them over the phone or here at the store. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, please send it to me. Send it to todd@dakotaangler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. And as always, folks, I have a couple of things I want to remind you of before I end this week's report. And first off, our sale continues on select rods and reels here at the store. If you haven't been by lately, make sure you stop on by and check out the latest sales that we have on the rods and reels. And guess what? It's only going to get better as we expand the selection over the next week or so. And then also concerning bait, mainly the waxworms and maggots, we have plenty on hand here. But if you're looking for anything large or quantity-wise, make sure you give us a call and reserve them ahead of time, and so then we know what to expect and so we're not surprised. So give us a call at 605-336-9132 to reserve your bait today, or if you have any questions whatsoever. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next time, and again, thanks for watching.